Hello and welcome to IndianMoney.com's YouTube channel. My name is Fayaz. Yesterday, when the budget came out, we all were talking about the big numbers which the government has promised. The numbers that the government will give in the form of subsidies, in the form of some export rebates, etc., etc. But the common man is not very well aware about the fact that how are these big numbers going to impact their livelihood, their lifestyle. So in this video, we'll break down the budget into simpler and the most lucid manner possible, and we'll help you understand what the impact of this particular budget will be on you and me. So without a further ado, let's understand the three major aspects. Number one, we'll talk about the basic custom duty which has increased or decreased on certain kinds of objects and how the prices will now become costlier or cheaper. So one by one, let's have a look at all these three aspects. Let's first understand the basic custom duty on certain objects. So let's head to the first chart. So if you notice over here on the screen, number one thing is mobile phone parts, a printed circuit board assembly, camera module, connectors, etc. So earlier there was no kind of custom duty that was impacting this particular products, these kind of products. But now the government has introduced 2.50% of custom duty on these particular things, which will marginally increase the manufacturing cost and eventually will increase the products costs also. Next here is for manufacturing of charger, adapter, etc. Earlier there was just 10% basic custom duty on this. Now it will be basically increased to a little bit more, which will be 15%. Next here is the basic custom duty on PCBA and molded plastic. Definitely government is trying to reduce the usage of plastic. Maybe that's the reason why government earlier there was no kind of basic custom duty which was impacting this particular thing, but now here also the basic custom duty has been implemented, which will be 10%. Next on the list is the basic custom duty on other input and output parts of the compressors for AC and refrigerator. So which means 12.50% was earlier the interest rate in terms of custom duty that was charged, but now it has increased to 15%. So the idea over here is to reduce the imports of all these kind of products and encourage the domestic suppliers and the domestic manufacturers to make more and more, so that the manufacturers or the big brands will not go outside the country to fetch these products. They'll rather find these products inside the country, and they'll be discouraged to get things from from outside the country. Now the last thing over here is LED lights, LED fixtures and LED lamps, etc. Earlier there was just 5% TDS on this, but now this will also be increased to 10%, which means there will be minor rise in the costs of these particular products. So now that we've understood the basic custom duty, let's understand what are the things that are going to get costlier due to this. So let's one by one understand what are the things that are going to get expensive with the budget 2021. The number one thing that's going to get expensive is going to be mobile phones. Eventually the mobile chargers, power banks are going to get a little bit more expensive. Imported silk is also going to get a little bit more expensive, and then solar inverters are going to get a little bit more expensive. Leather items will get a little bit more expensive as well. Imported gemstones are also going to get a little expensive. Tunnel boring machines are also going to get a little bit more expensive. Kabuli chana, pulses, all kind of dals will also get a little expensive now. Urea is also going to get expensive, and the farmers probably who use urea in terms of their manure, etc. will have to face the adversities of the price rise. And of course, the imported auto parts will also get a little bit more expensive. So basically, if at all you have noticed the pattern over here, government is basically trying to discourage the idea of buying imported products, the idea of getting things from outside the country, because when we buy something from outside the country, our country's currency, our country's money is actually going outside, and the depreciating asset probably is coming inside the country premise. But here the government is trying to encourage the idea of Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that's the reason why they're trying to encourage the local manufacturers, the local products, and the local consumption of products as well. So now let's understand what are the good things that have happened in the budget 2021. So if you notice over here, the cheaper things or the things that will eventually get a little bit more cheaper with time are as follows. So number one is iron is going to get cheap. Steel is going to get cheaper, and then nylon clothes are going to get a little bit more cheaper. Copper items will get cheaper as well. Leather goods will get cheaper. I know leather goods I've mentioned over there as well, but here the reason for that is that even shoes are going to get cheaper. Gold and silver are going to get cheaper. Insurance is going to get cheaper, and agricultural equipments are also going to get cheaper. We all have pretty much aware about the fact that farmers are not very happy with the government policies currently. So maybe the government is trying to woo the farmers by giving these kind of lucrative offers via making things cheaper for farmers. So if at all you found this video informative, please do like this video as well, and don't forget to leave your feedbacks in the comment section and help us improve. And if at all you have any topic suggestions, any questions, you can also leave them in the comment section too. We'll definitely make a video on that as well. And if you want to learn more about personal finance, career building, farming and business, you should download the Financial Freedom app. There we have made more than 55 plus courses which are available in 6 different languages, which will help you understand about all these aspects in a much more better manner. My name is Fayaz and you're watching IndianMoney.com.